Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, G-Man Movie Reviews. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of a normal Netflix instant review like I've been doing the past few weeks, I wanted to talk about my top 10 movies of last year, of 2013. I know a lot of people do this towards the end of the year or in early January, but I wanted to wait a little bit to see some more movies and catch up on them before making this list. So, like any top 10 list, I'm going to give 5 honorable mentions because I can't leave certain movies out because I like them so much. And then we're going to get into the top 10. So my 5 honorable mentions are August, Osage County, Out of the Furnace, Prisoners, Rush, and Side Effects. All really solid movies. Really enjoyed watching all of them and highly recommend each of them, but not quite good enough to make my top 10 of the year. Now, getting into the top 10, what I've done is with each movie, I'll list the title, and then I'll say like a 1 to 2 word description that I just thought kind of encapsulated what I thought of the movie, and then I'll talk briefly about the movie. So coming in at number 10 is Fruitvale Station, and the word for that is captivating. This movie totally blew my socks off when I saw it in theaters. I heard it was good from, I think it premiered at Sundance last year, way early in the year, and I heard good things, but man, I was not expecting to be this into the movie. And it's funny because this is a movie where you know what's going to happen at the end. It shows you the end at the beginning, but even so, the tension just continues to build throughout the movie. And I was just on the edge of my seat, so deeply engaged by these characters. Great directing job by young director Ryan Coogler, and fantastic performance by Michael B. Jordan and all the rest of the cast and crew. So number 10, Fruitvale Station. Coming in number 9, Fast 6, and the word for this is fun. I actually have the Blu-ray here of Fast 6. Fast and the Furious is a weird franchise for me because the first few I thought were, kind of fun. Then the first 2 I thought were kind of fun. The third and fourth were Tokyo Drift, and then the just Fast and Furious movie, the fourth one, I didn't think was all that good at all. And then Fast 5 came around, and I loved that. And Fast 6 just continued on with this just amazing blockbuster fun. Just tons of great humor and these characters who you've grown to know. They brought The Rock in, who's just done awesome things with that movie. It's not going to be the same without Paul Walker, but I am looking forward to Fast 7, and just had a really great time with Fast and Furious 6. Coming in at number 8 is a horror movie that I really liked, The Conjuring. And my word for this is creepy. Ironically, the director, James Wan, his Twitter handle's Creepy Puppet, and he retweeted me after the movie, which I thought was awesome because I love a lot of his other movies like Saw and Insidious. But The Conjuring, I had heard good things, and it still blew my socks off. I was still terrified. Thankfully, I avoided the trailers because the trailers gave away a lot of the best scares in the movie. But man, this movie just... I watch a lot of horror movies, and the tension was fantastic, the sounds, and I was just very impressed. I saw this one in theaters twice, and I can't wait to rewatch it again. So The Conjuring is my number 8 movie of the year. At number 7, another small movie that came out of Sundance this year that I was looking forward to, and it did me well. And that movie is The Way, Way Back. The Way, Way Back, my word for this is nostalgic, because it follows a little kid who he's going through some, he's going through some issues, but it's more about this kid's summer, and he works at a water park, and he's just, he's running into various issues that go on, and it's just really well done. I like these summertime coming of age type of movies. I love movies that take place in water parks and amusement parks especially too, so that was great. I thought Allison Janney in this movie, she's I know her from The West Wing before this. I thought she was fantastic and delivered some great lines. When I first saw it, I actually thought she potentially could get some Oscar buzz, but when I thought about it a little bit more, movies like The Way, Way Back don't typically get Oscar buzz. But anyways, number 7, The Way, Way Back, I really enjoyed that movie as well. At number 6, this movie shocked me too. And this is a sequel, The Best Man Holiday. And my word for that is roller coaster ride. I guess it's 2 words, but I saw the original Best Man probably about a month before I watched The Best Man Holiday, and I wasn't impressed by the story. I thought the story was really, didn't make a lot of sense and just didn't work for me. And then this movie came along, and I just loved the characters in this one. I loved the relationships, the humor, and why I call it a roller coaster is because it brings you, gives you great ups in terms of the humor, and then there's also sad parts of this movie too that really bring you down. And this movie brought me to tears. This is one of the few movies of the past year that brought me to tears. It came out on Blu-ray today, actually, and I will definitely pick it up. Really good job directing by Malcolm Lee, the director. I can't wait to see the next Best Man. I know it did well at the box office, so there's going to be a sequel to that as well. Coming in at number 5 is The Place Beyond the Pines. And my word for this movie is powerful. The Place Beyond the Pines was one that I didn't actually check out till this past month. I skipped it in theaters because I thought it was going to be one of these overly artsy, style over substance type of movies, and I was completely wrong. You've got a 3-part tale here. The movie's kind of split into 3 separate stories, but they're all intertwined. And there's just great themes of relationships and family and rivalries, and the acting from Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper is very good. You've got Dane DeHaan in there too, who's doing great things. And Place Beyond the Pines was just awesome. I had a really great time with it. It was not at all a style over substance movie. The script was great, the acting was great, and I do recommend you check out The Place Beyond the Pines. If you haven't seen it already. Coming in at number 4 is another one I saw later in the year, and that is The Lone Survivor. The Lone Survivor, my description for this short description is gut-wrenching because this movie, it starts off and kind of builds the story a little bit. I really like the opening in the movie, actually, but this movie is just very intense, and it's another one where you know what's going to happen beforehand, but it doesn't matter. The way the actions and sequences are played out, director Peter Berg just did a fantastic job putting this together, and in terms of the intensity, and the sound is fantastic too, the cinematography. It was just a really intense movie that gripped me beyond the first 10-15 minutes, which just built the story a little bit. I was just, my hands were like this the whole time just watching this movie. I couldn't wait to see what happened next. So The Lone Survivor, number 4, another one I strongly recommend. And Mark Wahlberg was amazing in that movie. A lot of times you see Wahlberg and you're like, oh yeah, that's Wahlberg. Like even a movie like Departed where he's awesome in that movie too. But in this movie, you didn't even see Wahlberg. You saw him as a soldier, and really awesome stuff from Peter Berg. So props to that. Moving into the top 3 now. Number 3, another one. This is the 3rd one in a row, I think, that I didn't see until recently. I skipped it in theaters. And this was Disconnect, a smaller indie movie. And my word for this is riveting. A smaller indie movie. A lot of people say it's like Crash with technology, and I agree. But this movie was so gripping to me. It takes 3 or 4 separate stories, of people and how technology affects their lives, and how these people wind up interacting with one another, and everything kind of comes together towards the end, and it's almost like a guessing game throughout the movie of how everything's going to play out. And I could not stop watching this movie in my room. My phone was charging. I wanted to go get up and check a text message. I didn't even want to go unplug my phone because it would mean I would have to take my eyes off the screen for 3 or 4 seconds. So Disconnect was a smaller movie from last year, but made my top 3. Highly recommend checking it out. And Jason Bateman did a fantastic job in this movie, of more of a dramatic role. So props to Jason Bateman for that. Number 2, Captain Phillips. My word for this is thrilling. This movie, like the word says, is thrilling. You've got about 5-10 minutes of exposition, and then the action starts and the tension starts to build. And I worried probably 10-15 minutes in. I was like, all right, this action, this is continuing to build. All right, I'm getting more and more into it. This is going to grow tiresome after a while. I don't know how Paul Greengrass, the director, is going to be able to sustain this, but he did. And not only did he sustain it, but I became more and more into the movie as it went on, and just more and more on the edge of my seat and trying to figure out where this was going to go. Paul Greengrass is a master at these types of reenactments of real-life situations. United 93 is another great movie he did. It's actually on Netflix Instant right now. But Tom Hanks and Barkhad Abdi, the lead and supporting role, both were phenomenal actors as well. And if you haven't seen Captain Phillips, I highly recommend checking it out. Now, number one, had to wait until the end of the year to see it, and it did not let me down, and that is The Wolf of Wall Street. And my one-word description for that is a blast. I guess that's 2 words, but blast is my one word. This is a 3-hour movie that I just could not get enough of. It did not seem long to me. I was just, when the movie was over, I could have sat there for more. I had a smile on my face the whole time. I cannot wait to see this movie again. I think DiCaprio crushed it in this role. He showed, I know a lot of people say he plays the same character in different movies, and I don't totally agree with that here. I think he showed some really awesome acting, including physical comedy, which I'd never seen from him before, and I just loved it. Something about this movie just really got me and made me just have a smile on my face. Like I said, the whole time I was cracking up at the movie, and I thought all the performances were great. Scorsese did awesome, and yeah, The Wolf of Wall Street's my number 1 movie of the year. So just to recap, my top 10, number 10, Fruitvale Station, number 9, Fast and Furious 6, number 8, The Conjuring, number 7, The Way, Way Back, number 6, The Best Man Holiday, number 5, The Place Beyond the Pines, number 4, The Lone Survivor, number 3, Disconnect, number 2, Captain Phillips, and number 1, The Wolf of Wall Street. Thanks everyone for watching my channel. I'll be coming at you soon with another Netflix instant review, but I wanted to get up my top 10 of 2013. Let me know what you thought your top 10 were personally. I thought 2013 was a good year in film upon reflection, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you're enjoying my channel, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Garrett. Take care.